All right, good to know that. Amara Raja is another stock that gains in trade after Goldman Sachs initiates a buy call on the stock with a target price of 1,041. Sonia, what's their rationale?
Oh yes, it's a big target price of 1,041 as you pointed out, which is a 15% upside to the current market price. Now they say that a very interesting trend continues to pan out, which is the fact that Amara Raja is gaining quite a bit of market share from its peer Exide, and that will continue in the next 3 to 6 months. Also on the export front, remember in FY15, export contributes a very small portion of Amara Raja, but the revenues have doubled in FY15 and they expect that pace of growth to also continue. Now, they do a comparison between Amara and Exide, and they say, Goldman Sachs says that they expect a compounded growth of 41% in FY15 to FY18 for Amara versus a growth of just about 14% for Exide. So there's a huge, outperformance that Amara Raja could see. The stock in any case is sitting close to a 52-week high of about 950 or so. You can expect to see further upsides on that stock. Back to you.
All right, Sonia, thanks so much for those details. By the way, news which is just in, the Cabinet has discussed the hiking of MSP, a minimum support price for paddy. Remember, we have been tracking the, what the MSP increase will be for this year very closely, because therein lies what the inflation, it will have ramifications on the inflation as well. And so as of now, it doesn't look like a decision has been made, but we've been tracking it, we'll be tracking that news very closely. But moving on then to the entire sector, which is buzzing, that's sugar. The government has provided some relief for the ailing sugar sector. We learned that the CCA has approved a 6,000 crore interest-free loan to the industry. Varinder joins in with the details. Varinder, how much of a relief will this provide?
Well, to be honest, this will not change anyone's life in the sugar industry, especially the companies if you're watching out for. It's like, most of these companies have to pay cane arrears of nearly 20,000, 21,000 to the farmers. Now, what the government has done is that they've given interest-free loan for 1 year to these companies so that they can pass the same money to the farmers. The loan will remain as loan or debt in the books of all these companies. So nothing changes from them apart from a little bit of interest saving for only 1 year, that is all. But the problems in the sugar sector are much bigger than what we have been hearing from ISMA or the companies and everything. The demand for the sugar industry was very different. It's a normal thing. People anticipate some news coming in the sugar sector, all the stocks move up, and after the news comes in, all the stocks are moving down. We are hearing that that the government is clearly contemplating to change the cane area pricing formula sometime soon, and that's a big thing which people are watching out for. It's a simple thing. The sugar selling price is nearly 22 rupees. The cost of production is anywhere between 25 to 30 rupees. So how can they make money? There's a huge surplus which is lying in the market. There's no one to buy it, so they can't make any money out of it. So this a bit relief coming in for the day for the stock prices, but nothing changes in terms of the financial statement for most of these companies.
All right, Varinder, thanks for that. Also, Oberoi Realty is buzzing in trade after some analysts met with the management. So what were the management takeaways? Sonia is here with a roundup. Sonia, over to you.
Well, Sumera, the management recently took an enabling resolution to raise capital to the tune of 2,250 crores. When they met analysts, they did indicate that they're looking to purchase land for their operations, and they believe that given the weak real estate market currently, it is an opportune time to buy land at attractive levels. So that's the reason they're looking to raise these funds of 2,250 crores. Also, as far as the future trajectory of sales is concerned, they said that the demand is looking very good from some of their new projects like the Exquisite and their Mullen project as well. Not just that, their Borivali project, which is the big, the big ticket project for them. The launch is expected in the second quarter of FY16, and that will help drive sales momentum from here on. Remember, from being a zero debt company, the company has now gone to having gross debt of 850 crores because of, a lot of the operations that they have undertaken for which they've taken on some debt. However, the company says that they are comfortably placed as far as the balance sheet is concerned. They are comfortable with this 840 crore debt, and the debt might in fact go up further as they upscale their operations. But all in all, positive trends coming in from the analyst meet with the management. Back to you.
Okay, and finally, let's go across to Agam. Mangalore Chemical and SPIC may be allowed to use naphtha to run their plants. How much of a relief will this provide?
Well, it will be quite a relief, at least to a certain extent, because as far as we believe, and we've already spoken to the management of Mangalore Chemicals, where they have suggested that, as per the government's 100-day policy, both the companies were allowed to operate on either subsidized naphtha or spot gas, whichever was cheaper. But after the ending of that particular 100-day policy, this was around the 16th of April, they had gotten an interim order from the Delhi High Court for them to continue under the current parameters of the 100-day policy. And finally, if as per the sources, the CCEA is likely to take this matter into consideration today. And if that order does come through, it most certainly will provide some relief to these companies moving forward.
All right, Agam, thanks very much for that. And thanks also to our entire research team for highlighting all the stocks which are buzzing at noon. So let's quickly recap them for you. There's Nestle India, Bharti Airtel, SPARC, Kaveri Seeds, Bafna Pharma, Amara Raja, Shree Renuka, Oberoi Realty, SPIC, as well as Mangalore Chemicals.